Hello, good morning. This is MBFernandez and I'm taking up practical nurse. Today I'm going to perform hand hygiene with soap and water and with hand sanitizer. When do we perform hand hygiene with water? We perform hand hygiene with water when we know that we exposed to a patient with diarrhea, a patient with Clostridium difficile, or if we know that we are exposed with anthrax. And also, we have to perform hand hygiene before and after we eat, after we use the washroom, and after contact with bloods, body fluids, wound, after we perform wound dressing, and before and after patient care. I'm going to perform first hand hygiene with soap and water. So when we perform hand hygiene with soap and water, we need 3 paper towels, disposable paper towels, 2 paper towels for each hand, and 1 for when we turn off the faucet. And then we need a soap as well. So now I'm going to turn on the water, but we have to make sure it's warm, not too hot, not too cold, because if it's too hot, it will make our hand crack. So now it's warm enough. So I'm going to wet my hands first, and just while washing our hands, we just keep the water running. We will just turn it off when we're done. So now my hands are all wet. So I'm going to put some soap on it. Make sure enough soap, like 5 ml of soap. Okay. So I have enough soap. So first we have to rub our hand, the palm. So it will, when we wash our hands, it will take us like 15 to 30 seconds. And then in a circular motion, and our back, the back of our hand, both hands, and then each finger. Make sure no germs left. And our thumb, and the other hand as well. We have to rub our hands with friction. And now in between of our fingers, and then our fingertips, our nails, in a circular motion as well. On both hands. And we have to make sure that we clean our nails. Like no germs, no dirt inside our nails, underneath our nails. And our wrist, at least 1 inch. Now, let's rinse our hands. Make sure that we don't touch the sink while we are rinsing our hand or while washing our hands. Okay, now it's all clean. Oops. I'm gonna dry my hands now, just one hand at a time. With paper towel, we just dry our hand, we don't rub it. Okay, and throw it in the garbage bin. And now the other hand. We have to dry our hands properly. And this last towel will be for the faucet to turn it off. And now our hand washing is done. So now I'm going to perform hand hygiene with sanitizer. So we have sanitizer here. I don't have the other kind of bottle for the sanitizer, the one just you pop it up. So I have to open it. So I have to open it and squeeze just enough amount to cover my entire hand, and then it's just like 15, it takes 15 to 30 seconds to do hand hygiene with hand sanitizer. So we rub our hands in a circular motion, our both palms, and then outside of our hands, the back of our hands. And in between of our hands, of our fingers, and one by one, with friction, we have to rub our hands with friction so that the dirt will totally be removed. And then the tip of our nails, of our finger, we clean our nails too on our thumb, on our palm. In a circular motion. And then just keep rubbing our hands until it gets dried. So now my hands are dry. So on my performance today on hand hygiene, what went well today was I was able to rub all the parts of my hands that I have to rub, like in between of my fingers, my nails, and rub them with friction. What did it went well was when I was rinsing my hand, was keep on touching the sink just on my knuckles. I didn't mean to, but like I was trying to avoid not to touch it. But sometimes I was like moving my hand too much. That's why I touched the sinks, some part of the sink when I was rinsing it. But I rinse it again after I touch it. So that didn't went well, but because the sink was small, that's why it's hard to move our hand. I was trying to just keep it close to the water, but I know if in the future in the facility, I know that the sinks there, they're very big, and I know that if I'm going to wash there in the facility or hospital, I know that I will not touch the sink, because the sinks are big enough, like you have a big room enough to wash your hands. Unlike the sinks at home, they're very small. So that's why I know if I'm going to wash my hands at the facility one day or hospital, I know I will be able to wash my hands properly without touching the sinks. So that's the one I have to improve, to avoid touching the sink. But when we touch the sink, we have to keep rinsing it until it's clean. So that's it for today for my hand hygiene performance. And thank you.